Large swathes of Indonesian jungle, home to endangered orangutans, have been cleared to make way for plantations supplying Asia Symbol, a maker of so-called carbon-neutral packaging. An investigation by AFP in collaboration with the Gecko project found that an Indonesian mill supplying the Chinese firm has processed wood from plantations where tens of thousands of hectares of forest have been felled. Local farmer Ika Madalena says her livelihood has been destroyed.
Sakit pang hati kami, tapi mereka berdiam aja, merusak aja kok, merusak tanaman kami. Olehnya mereka kada mau tanggung jawab.
Asia Symbol, which makes pulp and paper, has a no deforestation policy and supplied major firms like Haleon, the British pharmaceutical giant behind Panadol and Sensodyne. It had previously pledged to stop using wood from the industrial forest plantation, but confirmed that since January 2025 has been receiving supplies from the Phoenix Resources International Mill, or PRI. Here's AFP's Zara Hussain with more on the investigation.
So we used a variety of tools to trace the supply chain going from these plantations in Borneo to the packaging company in China. It was a combination of satellite imagery that showed the deforestation, government audit documents that showed the supply into the mill, and then customs and ship tracking data that showed the travel of the timber to China. And the final part was using open source material that showed that at least a proportion of that timber was going directly to Asia Symbol. Yeah, so our team went to one of the locations supplying timber to the mill that supplied Asia Symbol, and they actually arrived there during harvesting. So they were really able to see the stark contrast between, on the one hand, the rainforest that is still untouched, and on the other hand, the sort of devastation that has been caused by these concessions, these plantations, where the trees had all been cut down, and all that remained was essentially sort of ashy mud covered with branches.
The deforestation is not illegal. The plantations supplying PRI all have government permits, but the consequences for locals and the environment have been grave. Some 30 kilometres away, in another village affected by the plantation, people fear drinking water from the local river, worried about runoff from the plantation. Floods have also become more frequent and severe because tree cover that absorbed rainwater is gone. Elsewhere, on the island of Sumatra, at least 1,000 people were killed in floods and landslides in 2025. The Indonesian government has acknowledged that the situation was made worse by deforestation, but it has done little to halt forest loss across the country.
Kalau dulu tidak pernah, sangat jarang banjir. Tetapi untuk beberapa tahun ini pernah ada banjir yang biasanya tidak sampai ke rumah warga, itu pernah sampai ke rumah warga.
When AFP put its findings to Asia Symbol, the firm said it was reviewing its PRI-related sourcing, while the Indonesian mill did not respond to a request for comment. Haleon said it was cutting ties with Asia Symbol, adding that it had found no evidence deforestation-linked material entered its supply chain. Locals themselves are urging the government to stop issuing permits to companies that cut down forests, insisting safeguards and promises to restore them are worthless.
Stopkan saja segala kayak perusahaan yang menghabiskan kayu-kayu yang ada. Mereka biar penanam, tapi kan kayu yang ada kan hilang. Satu ditanam, 1 juta yang hilang. Itu nggak seimbang.